Welcome back to another trade breakdown. This is going to be kind of an annoying loss because this was definitely avoidable. But this is how I lost $1,000 trading NQ. So we do have one more trade left for this eval. But I'll just go over what I did see coming into the market. So obviously high time frame. I think this should have honestly been a telltale sign that, bro, like, we're just chopping, like, price ain't gonna do anything. But since it's an eval, I thought, you know what, I missed out on a really good trade yesterday, so I thought if we can get a solid trade today, I'll 100% take it. So what did we have as our draw? We had the bottom of this new week opening gap, which honestly, next time I'm just going to completely avoid it. ES was very far from the draw. I think that's also another thing. Like, bro, when ES is so far from the draw, it just tends to be low probability because they're not correlated. And obviously the 4 hour, 1 hour, bro, it's just chop. Like, what is this? So we did have data high that we did actually mark out, and that got taken out instantly, like a market open. So data high is here, so that got taken out honestly. So we didn't really miss anything. It just, it just happened very quick. We did have a few other draws marked out. We did have London highs, and we had this big wick. And obviously with that one candle, a market open, we took out the data high, and we did also take out London highs as well. So at this point, bro, like, my mind already accepted, like, this is a no trade day. Like, bro, we did chopping. I know some people in the Discord did take something, well, not some, I think only one. They took something like this, which is absolutely horror. Like, look at the RR, it just does not make any sense, and we're chopping. And then price started displacing lower. And like I said, we did have the new week opening gap as our draw. As you guys can see on ES, bro, we're so far away from the new week opening gap. And this is one of the mistakes that I did make. So price on ES was actually in this 15-minute gap, which if this was the same for NQ, I would not have taken this trade. But as you guys can see on NQ, we were actually displacing through it. Like, we were actually displacing through it on the 5 minute. We completely displaced through it. But on ES, we were actually respecting it. So we were low-key somewhat respecting it, but I just tunnel vision on the new week opening gap low. But what did I see? Price came back to a 5 minute fair value gap. And we did have a nice displacement candle. It's gone for a quick, just 1 to 1.3. So the RR makes sense, the draw makes sense, the displacement makes sense. Like I said, the structure overall was very good on the lower time frame. On the 1 minute time frame, the structure was very good, very A plus structure. And honestly, this would have been a quick break even. Like, as soon as we take out these lows, that would have been my break even there. But instead, we chopped around, and then price ended up paying our stop loss, and price ended up higher. So already is a low probability day just because it's Christmas week, but I don't want to say that's the reason why. It's more because of the fact that the draw isn't really the best. Like, look at the new week opening gap, we've already tapped into it. There's no need for us to fill right at the bottom of the gap. And the 4 hours is choppy. Like, we've came back to the new week opening gap. We're just clearly just ranging. This would have been the best draw of the day if we displaced through the new week opening gap and then came to this draw. But once price was here, we should have just stayed out. If this was a 4 hour fair value gap, I would have 100% stayed out. But because it's a new week opening gap, I just thought it was a very good draw. So yeah, I think that's my mistake. That's something I'm definitely gonna take and learn. Just because when new week opening gaps form, they tend to be taken out very quick. The fact that this still hasn't really been filled properly yet, I thought this could be a good draw. But sometime I'm gonna definitely learn, and I've journaled it. So honestly, bottom of new week opening gap, just don't even bother. Price could easily react from it. So this, like, in the moment, I thought, okay, this was a good loss. Definitely not the worst loss I've taken. Definitely not the worst. Because just based on the structure, I mean, it looks clean. But with everything, else behind it, you know, 4 hour chopping, the high time frame chopping. We took out the main draw liquidity and market open, and we were chopping after that. Day before Christmas Eve, ES and NQ, they're not correlated. yes, you had a 15-minute gap that we were not sure if we were respecting it. Just all these other things just made it low probability, and it is what it is. I'm probably done trading for the week because it is Christmas week, but it is what it is. I'll take the loss. Honestly, I think it's a very good learning lesson. Just because I've never really traded towards a new week opening gap, just because they get taken out so quick. This is my first time actually trading towards a new week opening gap properly. So definitely take a lesson from this. And yeah, so we got stopped out and prices pushed up higher, and now we're just chopping. So a lot of people did actually take this exact same trade, and I'm going to take 100% accountability. This is definitely a pattern trade. Like I said, structure wise it looked absolutely beautiful, but one thing I always try to remind myself is, just because there's a draw does not mean you have to press the button. Like, just because there is a valid draw does not mean you always have to be taking the sell or the buy. You also have to take into account for everything else. I'll give you an example. Friday trade. Why did Friday trade play out even though it's quite risky? High time frame made sense. We're respecting PDRAs. We were choppy. We were pushing up higher. We were trending market. Everything aligned apart from one thing. It was a market open trade. This high time frame was choppy. Drawn liquidity isn't the best. Your ES and NQ uncorrelated, but the 1 minute time frame look clean. So there's a big difference between these two trades. So I'll take the L and just come back probably next week or probably New Year's and see what happens. But yeah, but I hope you guys stayed out. You guys stayed safe, and yeah, that's it.